The educational sector has been described as the synonym that calibrates social transformation on a sustainable basis. In this edition of Timeout with Licky, we shall be discussing the implication and signification of UNESCO's annual observation of Digital Education Week. Good evening. Welcome to the program once again. My name is MC Licky, which you could look for Amos. Yes, I said we are going to be discussing the implication and signification of UNESCO's Education Digital Week. Okay? All right. Just as the name implies, there are two key terms or terminologies in that topic, all right? Digitalization and, of course, education. Of course, education has to do with, acquisition of skills, okay? Relevant skills, okay? That calibrates the total transformation and equipment of the individual to positively contribute to society development and for his own personal gains. Okay, all right, but today we are looking at the transcendence, okay, from crude method of learning to the method of digitalization, okay, to that transformation that has taken place over the years, okay. Remember back in the day, okay, especially in developing countries like Nigeria, when we were growing up, okay, we attended schools where chalk and blackboard was used, okay, in classrooms in the process of conscientization and teaching and learning in classrooms. But these days, those things has been gradually fizzled out from the system. All right, so it's gone from the crude method to the digital method of teaching, and the overhaul of the process of education is what we are going to be discussing today. Why is it important and relevant in our day? Okay, all right, so first on our list today is that the UNESCO, the United Nations body that has to do with education, scientific technology and advancement and cultural development, the highest body that sees to the administration and implementation of, developmental strategies in terms of education and regarding, cultural and um, other pertinent issues, okay, has come up with this annual event, what they term Digital Week, all right, that takes place every year. And this year's event is starting tomorrow. It's very, very, striking that this event is starting tomorrow, and most people all over the world, especially in developing countries, do not even know, okay, that such things, such an event takes place annually, and they don't even know how to participate and what to, gain from such event. Okay, so that's why today we are trying to reiterate, okay, yes, to bring to the knowledge of people in developing countries all around the world, to take advantage of this unique opportunity that the UNESCO is offering, to, calibrate a turnaround in the educational sector in their various countries. Okay, all right. So, what is the relevance? And the number one importance that we have on our list today is to reiterate, how unique and important education is, or the role that education plays in molding or shaping or transforming the individual. Okay, because without the individual, there will be no society and social systems. Okay, the society has meaning today because there are people or individuals that live in them. Okay, For instance, if you are in a country where there is only one man, like what we have in what we read in the novel Robinson Crusoe, a man found himself in an island where there is no human being, where there are no human beings, and what he was relating with was just, other creatures. Okay, of course, the world wouldn't be better that way because we have multifariousness. The people are now all over the place, especially in Africa. That's even described as the most populous, continent, in the world. The rapid, growth in population, in Africa. That's what necessitates, the need to look at the quality, of that process that sees to the, transformation of individuals in the society. So what this program entails, that's starting from tomorrow, that's going to be held in Paris, France, okay, is stressing, that not only that education is important, okay, but what is being taught, it's even of more important. How these crucial information that leads to the turnaround or the overhaul or the transformation of the individual is communicated, and what is being communicated is very paramount to the UNESCO. All right, okay. So the second thing on our list today is the uniformity of, the education system. This has to do with the curriculum, the standard, the input, the medium. Now, by standard, we mean, how good what is being taught, whether the information being disseminated in classrooms, okay, is even, beneficial, okay, is what is, the quality, if it's a par, what to what obtains, in the most developed climes of the world. Okay, so that's what we're looking at, the standard. Okay, especially in developing countries, what's the standard like, the standard of education, what's being taught in classrooms, can it measure favorably, with what obtains in developed countries of the world? Okay, yes, that has to do with standard. That curriculum is very, very closely related to that. Of course, we know what curriculum is. Okay, so instead that stress that further. Now the input, whether there are, gadgets, technological gadgets, okay, necessary, like computers, all the stuff that's needed in the classroom to effectively, domesticate the transformation that's taking place or that's expected to take place in the education sector. All right, yes. Now the medium has to do with the, the career teachers who are in the classroom, who often, interact with students in the classroom. The quality of the teachers in the classroom, it's what's being, talked about here. Have they been adequately equipped and trained to carry out that very important assignment in the classroom? That's what we mean by the medium through which, this essential and crucial, assignment is implemented or executed. All right, now the second aspect of this discussion today has to do, with educational transformation. Okay, the method. Okay, how is it done today? How is information, all right, or knowledge inculcated, today? As we have stated previously, it has to do with, the very crude methods. But today, the emphasis has shifted. Okay, it has to do with the digitalization of the process of teaching and learning. Okay, and how effectively has this been done over the years? Okay, especially during this resurgence and emergence of the computer systems, in our time. Okay, how has then this been, implemented in various and different countries of the world? Okay, that's what we're the event is about. Okay, all right. Now the objectives and goals of this year's event is globalization, all right, of the educational sector, okay, to make sure that what is taught to children in Africa, school children, in Africa, is also what is taught to school children in Indonesia, in America, in Brazil, in United Kingdom, to make sure that there is this uniformity, okay, so that that wouldn't be information deficiency, okay. Yes, when you bring someone who's just graduated from primary school from Nigeria, for instance, and then compare him or her to someone who's just finished primary school from the United States, okay. Wouldn't there be a very yawning gap in terms of knowledge, okay, between the two individuals? So that's what it's all about, the globalization, the uniformity, okay, yes, of the person and individual that's been produced by the process in different countries of the world, okay. Now, the another thing that we're looking at, we are trying to create a new future for our children, okay, and we have said that the way to do that, the most effective way, is through the educational sector, okay. So we want to predict another future that is, if you like, you could call it a utopic, predictable future, okay, a better one than what we have today, okay. Yes, where there is no violence, ignorance, okay. Yes, because what contributes largely, to underdevelopment of countries, of most countries of the world today, is because of ignorance, okay. Yes, people who don't know what to do, how to help themselves, okay. That's why developed countries always intervene in the affairs of underdeveloped countries, okay, because those people cannot help themselves, okay. Yes, and the only way to help themselves is them knowing what to do, and they can only know what to do through the education, okay, yes, of people in those countries, okay. That's it, okay. So a predictable future for the education sector, in terms, and also, um, the leadership of these developing countries, okay, has also, been condemned largely because they have not, or done what is expected of them, okay, and ensuring that the society is transformed, okay. Yes, so if this new process of education achieves its goals, okay, its goals, if it's effectively and timely achieved, okay, that will lead to having a new crop of leaders, okay, who have been adequately trained, okay, in a phase of leadership. Yes, and all these cries, hues and cries that we have in developing, countries will be a thing of the past. Okay, right? That's it. And then it's something that will affect, the totality of the society. If people train well, industries will benefit. Okay, so the industrial sector also will benefit from the overhaul of the education sector. So that's it. It's a total turnaround that's going to take place when the education sector is transformed. Okay. All right, we go on a quick music break and we'll be back in a jiffy. My name remains Licky. Get you okay for Amos. Stay tuned.
Hello, enchantress, serveur Christopher. Oh, je suis belle, je suis une prestation. Tu es evil, tu es là-bas. Match chocolate, give me a listening ear to paint a vivid picture of how you were to me. You were my twin star, Indian ramen dippy. I got no bubble because it bought my bubble. It's been my daily cry to be with you every day of my life. You wink at me, you the look at me, as if I'm not real. I am real like the sun. Ne mo biggie. Ne ne I have been through the world, even while alone. All these things I have been through to find someone like you. And now I finally seen you. I'm doing my thing.
Yeah, you're welcome back from that short music break. And the song you just listened to, it's one of the songs by your one and only MC Licky. I hope you enjoyed that. Okay, so we are continuing our discussion on UNESCO's Education Digital Week. Okay, that's starting tomorrow. Okay, yes. So we are looking at the significance, and the relevance of that event that is starting tomorrow. Okay, this 1 week long event that the UNESCO observes annually. Okay, to ensure the sustainable transformation of the education sector in countries that are all over the world. Okay, yeah. So we have itemized some of the points that we think, all right, or we know, all right, is the importance, okay, or that epitomizes the importance of this event that takes place annually. And then we're continuing, okay, to give you more important highlights, okay, the important points that necessitates this observation of education transformation week, okay, by the UNESCO. All right, so the next thing on our list today is um, granting educational aid to underdeveloped countries of the world. Okay, the UNESCO goes a step further, ensuring that it's not only rhetorics that it's done during this period of education digitalization week. Okay, they go a step further to see how they could contribute in equipping schools in different countries of the world to ensure that those lofty ideas and goals and objectives of theirs is realized. Okay, so this will come in terms of scholarship, in terms of construction of essential infrastructure like school libraries, laboratories where experiments could be carried out, and that sees to the transformation of learning and teaching in different schools. And then the next point we have today is that when these things are implemented, there's also what they call monitoring and evaluation of the process. Okay, yes, in different countries of the world, the UNESCO sent their employees to measure the level of success that various countries have attained in terms of the transformation of the educational sector in their homelands. Okay, so continuous monitoring and evaluation to find out ways of improving what's being done in different countries of the world pertaining to the educational sector. All right. Okay, so having said all these things, what should participating countries do? Okay. All right. um First, it is important that developing countries of the world, especially Nigeria, key into these goals of digital transformation of the educational sector, as mandated by the UNESCO, okay? Because it will go a long way to, entrench social transformation. Okay, there's no other way to, there's no magic to to the turnaround of the society apart from changing the mindset of individuals, starting from school children, because changing their values, okay, yes, inculcating the right morals in school children. When they grow, remember what they say, train up a child in the way he should go. When they grow up, they won't depart from it. So it starts from there. Okay, when we equip them with the right information, with the right tools, expertise, and all that, okay, they will become better people in society, and they will grow up and give back to the society that trained them. Okay, and then what is the role of individuals? Okay, yes, we have thought about school children. What about those adults, okay, who can in one way or the other participate and contribute to the development and transformation of the society? Okay, what should they do to make sure that they key into this event by way of connecting to live discussions and seminars that go on during this period, and see how they can make contributions, okay, in areas that their countries are lacking behind, what they think should be done in their different countries to orchestrate the calibration of the educational sector. That's all it's about. That's how they can contribute to society development. Okay, all right, this is where we're going to be drawing the curtain today. I hope we have added value to you, and remember that this discussion continues. You can drop your comment in the comment section. All right, and until I come your way again, I am your brother and friend MC Licky, saying stay blessed.